Hello everyone, and in this video we're going to continue working with the chat. In this video we're going to basically work with the load more button here to basically like load older messages. If we go to our API, we can see that basically the mass page size is like 5 items. Here we have like 1, 2, 4. So let me put another like 2 more messages. So a message number 5, and then let me add another message number 6. Perfect. If we change channels, we can notice the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a message behind this one. I think it's a test. We want to be able to load that message, and we're going to start doing that. So let's go to our message main chat. Sorry, and then here we're gonna create here under section, because we want to like the button and kind of like up here. Let's create an item. Let's create a new div. Class name will be level item. Oops. Level item, and inside that one we're gonna have a button. Let's put an ID. Let's call it load more btn for button, and style, let's do display none, because we don't want to display the button. And here let's add class name. Button is success. Put it kind of like green. Then here load more. Okay, that will be our button. So yeah, and then of course here we're gonna have a function kind of like on click, but we need to create a service for that. Let's go to here to service, and here we can just copy this get chat data, because it's gonna be kind of the same. Let's copy get chat data, and then let's just change the name of our function here. Let's call it we could just put get more chat data, right? Or load more chat data, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it more chat data, right? And in here, we're going to take a link and a token. Token, so ASIO. So here, we're going to delete all of these. And the only thing that we're going to put is going to put the link, just like that. And just leave it like that. We set that. Now let's copy our function. Let's go to main chat and let's import it here. Come on. Perfect. So we got that done. Now let's create our function. Let's put it under here, under handle submit. And then let's call it handle load. Okay. Just get event. Just like that. And let's just copy our prevent default. Okay. And then here we need the token, remember. So let's just copy this, because we need to pass the token. And also we just need to copy our get more chat data and paste it here. And remember, chat data takes a link and a token. And you might be wondering, what is that link coming from? Well, when you when we make the here in our hook, when we call get more chat data, we get a a response with results and also has nest and like numbers. If you we can take a look at it. Let me just put console.log, and in here let me put response so you can kind of like see what I'm talking about. And let's save that, and we're gonna see that later. Okay, but here we're gonna basically add a new state, right? And then let's put it here. Okay, state for the chat load button, right? I'm gonna copy this one, let's paste it here, and this, let's call it has nest, and then here has nest, set has nest. Okay, that's our state. And now here in our hook, down here, let's put it here, we're gonna have a conditional, right? So if response dot nest, that's the name of the response, nest, it's different than null, that means the response has a nest. If it's different than null, then we're gonna set as nest with what? With the response dot nest. Just like that. We said that we're going, now our state has the nest link, but now also we want to show the button, right? So now here, let's call document get element by ID. And then here we call our button. We grab our button. And then here we put dot style dot display, and that will be flex. Just like that. I think it needs to be one. Let's do that. Flex. Simple. And I think that will be it for that. You'll see later here this response. I mean this console log that I put here, so you can kind of like see the what's the response looks like. Okay, so we got our button. It will show up, but we need to make the button to work. So now here in our handle load more, so we check for this state, right? And we pass that here to our function, comma, and also the token, right? So now we have a response, of course, response, and our arrow, like that. So now we need to basically set the chat data with the new response. Okay, so now props that set chat data, we're gonna create another array, but for this one we're gonna invert the array, because remember the buttons here, when you click load more, we want to load the messages up here. We don't want to load it down here, we want to load it up here. So what we put first, we put first the old data, props that chat data, right? And then we put the response that results, right? That's going to put, basically what we're going to do here is going to put all the first 5 messages, or the last messages here, or the messages that we had, and on top of that, on the first one, to put the result. Basically, let's say we're going to load all of these ones, and then when we click the button, we're going to load these ones. Okay, that will be the order, basically. Okay, now that we have that, let me put a comment here. Inverted, so the messages can appear on the top right after the load more button. Okay, So we got that. Now let's have a condition. So we load that, but we need to check if response that nest is different than null. Again, we check that there. Why? Because it could be that it just after you load those 5 data or the last 5, you don't have more, so you have to like disappear the button. So here we put we copy this one, set has nest, right? And then here response that nest, just in case we have 5 more data, right? Just doesn't if we have more data, that's what we put. We put 5 more, right? We have to put the button here, right? So else, if it doesn't have the data, if it ends there, now we put set as nest, we set it to null. Okay. And now we don't have more data, so we need to get element by ID. We need to grab our button, this load more button. We can just grab the whole thing. We need to set our button display to none, so we don't like display anything. I hope that makes sense. Now we just copy this function, and then here, oops, on click, we just pass I will handle more. Okay, let's save that. Let's run this again. Perfect. Now let's refresh. We control F5. Now let's go here and then just click on this. And as you can see, we have our load more button loading because we have a message. So let's click on that one. And as you can see, the last message is showing up and the button just disappear. If we have more than, well, here just loaded like 1, but if we have more than 1, we'll just display 5 more and then the button, and then you click again and then 5 more, etc., etc., etc. And then you can just adjust the, what will be the length of the pagination here in our API. And also here you have to set kind of like a scrolling. So just in case we have like, let's say like 100 messages, right? You don't want these like go all over the bottom, or but yeah, basically that's how you set it. And so yeah, and in this video basically we're going to work with the delete button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.